Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you, and in today's video I'm going to give you my top 10 tips for the Samsung Galaxy S9 camera. Let's get started. Tip number 1 is quickly launching the camera. Now you can do this when the screen is on, when the screen is off, or even locked. All you need to do is double tap the power button like this. Tap twice, it opens right into the camera. Now if you tap twice again, that will jump to your selfie camera. Tip number 2. When you are using the phone one-handed, you can easily zoom in and out by holding down on the capture button and zooming in and out. This will also work while you're recording a video, which is very handy to quickly get in and out of the shot. Tip number 3, more ways to capture pictures and videos. So of course you can just tap the shutter button right there. It will take a picture, or you can press right here to record. But if you go into the settings, and you scroll all the way down to the bottom right here, you have a few options. Now the first one here is voice control. So you can say smile, cheese, capture, or shoot, or record video, and it will start doing that while you are in the camera. Now you cannot have Bixby voice enabled while you have voice control on. So if you want to disable Bixby voice, scroll down here, scroll over to the side, and you can turn Bixby voice off that way. Here we just turn that on. And then the other option is you can have a floating camera icon. So we'll turn that on. And then here you have a few other options. You can hold the camera button to either take a burst shot, so that's taking multiple photos at once. You can quickly take a picture, or you can create a GIF. So we're going to select create GIF. And then here you could also use the volume key to take a picture. So you could take a picture, record video, zoom, or do system volume. So we're just going to leave it at take a picture. Now that we are back in the camera, we can easily take a picture by voice. Capture, smile. Then here you have the floating icon. So if you're trying to hold the phone with one hand, it's easy to place this anywhere, and then you can quickly capture the picture. And now if we hold down this home button, that will quickly take a GIF. So if we hold this down, and there we'll be able to play back our GIF here in the gallery, over and over and over. And then the last one was pressing the volume key. So up here we have the volume key. If I press that once, it is going to quickly snap a photo. Tip number 4 is changing between shooting modes. So on the Galaxy S9 camera, if we now swipe left and right, it will change to the different modes up here at the top. Now we can also swipe up or down, and that will go into the selfie camera. But if we want to adjust the order up here at the top of the screen, all we need to do is long press on one of those, and it will take us into the menu where we can actually reorganize how this is set up. So say I want to move my autofocus to the very first, we could have that be the first option. Now if I would like to move super slow next, I can easily move that up or down. If you would like to turn off an option, say food mode, that you are not using, you can deselect it right there. And this leads me to tip number 5, where you can actually add more shooting modes. So down here at the bottom, we have slow motion and sports that is not enabled by default. So here we can turn on slow-mo and we can turn on sports. And then when we go back into our camera, we will see that these options are now available over here at the end. If you would like to see more of what these shooting modes do, head to my Every Galaxy Note 8 camera feature, and that will explain all of them. Tip number 6 is choosing the right slow mode option that works for you. So first let's start here with regular slow motion. So this is what we just enabled, and this is slow motion at 240 frames per second at 1080p. So it's a higher quality slow motion video, but it doesn't go quite as slow. So when you start recording in this slow motion, everything is going to be available in slow-mo. So here we have an object, we put it in slow-mo, and then we'll be able to take any part of this and place it into slow motion. So here we go into the slow motion, and down here we have a few different options. Here we can quickly trim the video that we just made. Right here is where we can drag the slow motion. So we can choose when the slow motion actually starts. So here I can move this back and forth, and let's say I want it to start right there. And then I could shrink this down and move it so only this portion of the video is in slow motion. And here we can play to preview that. So then when we have a little and there is an example of how the 1080p slow motion looks. Next, let's move into the super slow motion. So this records at 720p at 960 frames per second. So here you can see on the camera, it actually zoomed in a little bit to get a closer shot. Now, one thing to note is when you are doing slow motion, you do need a lot of light. So I have quite a few lights in here to make this look the best that it can. So now there are two options in super slow motion. One is auto and one is manual. So we're going to start with the auto option. So as how the auto super slow-mo works is when you start recording, it takes a second to get ready, and then as soon as any object goes into this little box, it will begin recording in slow motion. The video will continue to record, and when something else enters into the box, it will do another quick slow-mo video. Now let's test this out. So once I begin recording, it will show this yellow notification that it's waiting for motion to begin slow motion. So when I then have something go through the frame, it will go into the slow motion. If an object goes through again, there it will go into slow motion. And you can tap on different objects to make sure it focuses on that. And then once you are done, you can select stop. And now let's look at how that one looks. So here we have the same slow motion icon as before. Now with the super slow motion, it's automatically going to choose music for your video. So here, if you click play, you can slightly hear that. If you would like to change the music, all you need to do is select the music option down here in the far right, and then you can choose My Music. You can select any of the other options that are available here. So you can play through those, or over here you can actually mute the music. Then the other options down here at the bottom is you can trim the clip, or you can go and adjust the slow motion. So first let's watch the slow motion that it captured. So there you can see it captured the top going into the video. Big shout out to UFO Tops for supplying me with these amazing tops. You can check these out in the description below. And then here we can keep watching, and you can see the other times that it goes into the slow-mo by these little lines. So here will be the next time that I go into slow-mo, and you can see how slow that actually is. Now let's use the manual slow motion option. Now manual lets you choose exactly when the slow motion starts because it will only record for 0.2 seconds. So if you definitely don't want to miss when it's going to happen, this is the option you want to use so you can start it at the exact right time. So here we are going to select record, and then it is just going to record video. And as soon as you want to record something in slow-mo, you would select the capture super slow-mo button right there at the top. And again, you can do this multiple times throughout the video. Then we select stop and we can preview the video here. Same thing, we have all the same options that we previously had with the slow motion. We have the music, we have the different options here to start and stop as we would like. And there you can see it's almost like the top has completely stopped. Tip number 7 is using AR emojis and other third-party emojis. So all you need to do is go into the front-facing camera and then scroll over to the AR emoji option. Now here you have the option to create an avatar, and then here you can choose ones that you have created. And then once it finds the face, when you talk, it will show that. I have a full video all about how to do that in the description above. But down here, I want to show you how to get the Disney emoji. So here I have Mickey Mouse, Minnie, Donald Duck, more coming soon. So all you need to do is select the plus right there in the bottom right, and then we're going to go into the Galaxy apps. If you don't see the option right there, you can come into this menu and scroll through here, find the Mickey Mouse and Friends, and then download that to your phone. Now that one is completely free. So here you can scroll through and find all kinds of different emojis and filters that you can add to your face, very similar to Snapchat or Instagram filters. Tip number 8 is various ways in which you can take a photo with the selfie camera. So the same features are here that we used on the rear camera, but I want to show you a few more. So there's one where you can actually do palm capture. So this is where you place your palm in the air, and once it sees that, it will start a 2-second timer. Now the second option is where you can actually put your finger on the heart rate monitor on the back, and when you let go, it will snap a photo. So here we place our finger back there and let go, and there it took a photo. Very easy to do. Tip number 9 is selective or selfie focus, as well as live focus if you have the 9 Plus. Now, if you've heard of the iPhone, they have the new portrait mode. Well, that has actually been on Samsung phones since the Galaxy S5. So let me show you how to enable that. So here on the front-facing camera, you have selfie focus. So if I swipe over, it goes into selfie focus mode. So what this does is it's automatically blurring the background and keeping me in focus. So when I snap a selfie, and we go into the picture, here we can see that it actually blurred the background as well as the mic here on my camera, and then I am completely in focus. Now we can also do that on the rear camera as we swipe up, and over here we can scroll through and you find selective focus. So if we want to take a picture of something, make sure they are within 20 inches, and then you tap on it to focus. I suggest to do that, and then capture the photo. And there you can see it processes that. And when we go in, we can see that the background is blurred and my Android guy is in focus. If I want to adjust the background blur, I can select adjust background, go far focus, so now he's out of focus, background's in focus, and go to pan focus where everything is in focus. So that's how it works on the Samsung Galaxy S9. If you have the Samsung Galaxy S9 or S9 Plus, it will say live focus. Now that is very similar to the Galaxy Note 8, where you can take a picture and you can adjust exactly how much blur you want in the background. It also captures a widescreen shot as well as the normal live focus photo. Tip number 10 is using Bixby Vision. Now, the first time you open Bixby Vision, you will need to sign in with a Samsung account. So in the camera, down here at the bottom left, you will see this little eye. That is the Bixby eye. And when you open that up, it goes into Bixby Vision. Now here, there are a few different options. The first one here is the makeup option. So you can actually put on makeup. Let me show you how this works. You click lips, you choose a color, and there I have makeup on. Over here, you can actually adjust how in depth the color is. So I just like a little tone on my lips when I do my makeup. Now next you have text. So this is a text translate option. So if I pick up anything with some text on it, up here at the top, you can choose what language it is and what language you want it to translate into. So now all I need to do is put that picture over the screen and we can see that it will automatically try to translate it. Now, if there is too many words on the screen, it does struggle sometimes, but there you go. It did a pretty awesome job. And you can see that as I move, it's tracking where I am. So all you people that speak Spanish out there, can you quickly read that and make sure everything is right? All right, now let's try this the other way around. Let's go from Spanish to English. So here we can see both of those translations right on the screen, but here we can see the Espanol part, where here it says transparent with color without stains, liquid optical clear adhesive, adapt the touch screen sensitivity, and a few others, hardened, avoiding scrape. So not 100% accurate, but it does a pretty good job. Next, we have the picture option. So this is going to take a picture of something and it's going to try and guess what it is. So here we have a little smart plug. So there you go, it found it is the eTechCity 2-pack Wi-Fi smart outlet. Pretty awesome, that's exactly what it is. And if we open that up, it's gonna pull up Pinterest and you can learn more. Let's try one more there. There we go, it found Star Wars BB-8. Next, you have the Places feature. So this will pull up Google Maps and you can look around and see what's around you. Now there are no Google Map locations close to my home, so those are not appearing here. Next, you have wine, so you can learn more about a specific bottle or brand of wine and the year and go into all the details that it has about that. And then the last one here is a QR code. So you can quickly scan a QR code without having to download a QR code reader. There, I want to scan this QR code and take me to the dome glass installation video. I wonder if they have mine on there. Probably not. All right, there is the dome glass. A few other options you have with inside Bixby Vision is you can turn on the flashlight up here at the top. Maybe the object you're trying to scan is not bright enough. You can do that right there. In the settings, you do have a history of what you scanned, and then you can go into the settings and see all of the different options and turn on and off ones that you don't want to see again. You can also have it not capture your saved images, so you could turn that off, and then you can go into About Bixby Vision to scan for an update. Here you do have the option to show Bixby Vision as a shortcut on your home screen, which makes it really easy to quickly get there, especially if you need to quickly translate something. Now, from what I've seen, Bixby does require a constant data connection. So if it is not working, most likely you need a better connection. And those are my top 10 Galaxy S9 camera tips. If you guys have any other tips that you'd like to let me know about, please leave them in the comments below. And if you'd like to see more about all the features of the Galaxy S9 camera or the Note 8, make sure you check out the video over here on the side. I'll also leave a playlist of all the things that you can do with the Samsung Galaxy S9. If this is your first time here, I'd love to have you subscribe so that you can be notified of my new and upcoming videos. Also, make sure you click the bell notification so you know about them instantly. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.